I don't know. Even before speaking the title, I just feel like laughing a lot. It's so funny and so sad at the same time. Rather, it's very shocking. It's so shocking that you don't even know whether to laugh, whether to laugh at it, what to do with it. So, yeah. What I'm really going to discuss in this video is why spiritual awakening feels like death. Why does it feel like a near death experience? And then you really go to death. So, I don't know if you have experiences or not, but around me, I have experienced, a few deaths around me, of people who were known, people who were close. So I have seen deaths. Um, yeah, and it's very so my grandmother, and then my uncle, then my aunt, another aunt of mine. So I have seen deaths around me of near and dear people, and yeah, it's a crazy experience to see death of someone else as well. So I am already very empathic. I'm already somebody who picks up on frequencies of these people. So yeah, I can pick up what people are thinking and feeling, you know, because I see life in a deeper way. I'm a psychic myself. So yeah. So whenever I've seen these people, I have seen them going into kind of reflection. You can just just before death they are thinking about their life, they are feeling about their whole life. Some people have felt, I have seen some people feeling regret before going through death, like they felt like they took too much responsibilities and they enjoyed less. So I felt that kind of experience. I felt the other kind of experience that I had with somebody who's going through a near death experience, it was more of like I shouldn't have told that person this, I shouldn't have told this person that. So they felt, you know unconsciously maybe they said something, and they might have hurt somebody. So before going to final death, they really wanted to clarify and talk to the person they have hurt or something like this. So they really wanted to do that. So yeah, these are the experiences that I had of people who went through a death. They were on deathbed. I've experienced them on deathbed for like 2-3 days, and I know how they felt and everything. So yeah. So I myself had my spiritual awakening last year because we are now in 2025. So I had my spiritual awakening 2023. And yeah, with the very beginning itself. Oh god. So spiritual awakening is very much like a Mahakal experience. You really go through an intense death. It's so shocking to the whole system. You don't even know what to think. It's so you first of all, you can never have a spiritual experience. You can never create a spiritual experience on your own. You have to ask the universe for it. You have to sit on your knees, beg, and truly from your heart you have to ask the universe, give me ego death. Universe, you have to, you really have to bring both your hands out, in front of the universe, in front of the stars, or in whatever way you worship somebody. You worship stars, you worship the sun, the moon, or you have your some of your own favorite god that you worship, or anything that you see light in, or anything that you see truth in. So you have to really beg, and you really have to ask. I used to ask skies, I used to ask horizons to show me the truth. I used to ask stars to tell me. Yeah. So whoever you feel connected with, it said that God is in everything, and it's true. God is in everything. And He will listen to you, just on a condition that it should be really what you're wanting. Most of you go to temples and tell God about your false desires. Desires that you think are really you want, but you don't want it. Right. So, yeah. So you just have to really beg in front of the universe and ask for a spiritual awakening experience. And you cannot create it on your own. Okay? You need universe to show you, and it will just show you. It will just show you. So I didn't create this experience, this spiritual awakening experience on my own. I did not. I co-created it with the universe. Universe held me. God helped me. Shiva helped me. In this. I couldn't have done it without him. So, yeah, he created that experience for me. He showed me one by one. So, of course, I lived my life to my best. It's um I was 27, I guess. I was 20. Yeah, I was 27 2023, I guess. Right. So, I was 27 2023, and at 27 years, you know, the lifespan, whatever I had, whatever I went through, I gave my best. I lived my life in the most truest ways I could live. A little bit hesitating, resistant, everything very early on, in my school years. And then gradually, as I grew up, I started coming out more and more, start taking more and more space. I started asking more and more questions, because I started to see that there are answers. So, yeah, it started to happen with me. So so for 27 years of my life, sorry. So 27 years of my life, I lived completely. I lived to the truest of who I am. Yeah. I didn't got influenced by others. I see some people live life according to how other is doing, or according to how, culture is, society is, everything. So, yeah, I'm not saying that I was I mean, of course there were certain things that I didn't resonated with, but I did because I didn't know what to do. I really didn't know what to do. So, yeah, I just lived my life for those 27 years of my life to my fullest. And after that, I had my spiritual awakening. Of course, I have been on the spiritual path for like 7 8 years. So 2016 somewhere I started with my spiritual journey. 16 17 is where I started with my spiritual journey. And yeah, and rather I cannot really give you an exact date. Rather, even before that, if I feel that I was searching for answers, I was searching for, I had questions. I had been always asking questions even while I was in school, while I was a student. And then I had been on, I'd been on spiritual path for 7 8 years. I had my spiritual awakening last year. And I mean, last year, 2023, I had. And after that, I mean, after that spiritual awakening, after that death, I I just re I was just completely in a hermit mode. I was completely isolated. I closed myself out on the universe. I closed myself out on the world, and I reconnected more to the universe, more to the Shiva, more to the God. And I just, it was like I was on a deathbed. It was like I was on a deathbed. I was, I was reminiscing, all of my past experiences, all of what I lived, all of what, this. So I want to tell you my real name. So let's just say I am, what should be my, let's just say I'm Swati. So till 27 years of my life, let's say I'm Swati. So I lived my life like Swati. So for those 2 years of my life, I I was really in a hermit mode. I was really in isolation. So I had also quit my job. So universe created that quitting my job for me. I didn't really do it. So universe created that isolation period for me. I didn't really create it that for myself. I think I'm so dumb. Literally, if you're thinking that you can do this life all on your own, you cannot. You need a co-creation. You need somebody to guide you. You need guidance. You cannot do it all alone. The more I do my life, the more I think, the more I feel I'm dumb and I cannot do it on my own. I need God more and more. I need God to tell me more and more, to guide me more and more. I cannot do it on my own because we are so entangled with the life that we live. So from 2023 to 2024, these 2 years of my life, it felt like I was on a deathbed. I was reminiscing how Swati lived. Let's say my name is Swati. So I was reminiscing how Swati lived. So I saw my patterns. I saw myself in a very detached way. I saw myself, it just happened. I didn't do it intentionally. My life experiences brought me to a point. I just always heard the voice of my heart, of my soul. I try to live my life to my truest. That's what I did for those 27 years of my life. I i i never lost connection with myself. That's all I did. I'm not saying I was perfect at it, but yeah, I did what I did. And of course I prayed and asked universe. you know I don't even know what I was asking, what I was praying for. I don't know. I just always wanted to experience magic because I thought that every other thing is available in the universe, but it's just only magic that's missing from people's life, from my life as well. I know I sound a little kiddish, right? But kids are the most intelligent and kids are the most brainy, I feel. As kid also, when I was even a kid, I knew like adults are stupid. I'm sorry, but as a kid I always felt that adults were stupid. Adults were miserable. Adults were frustrated. And they were bored too. So yeah, for 2023, 2024, I felt like I was on my deathbed. I was reminding my, it just, everything is just coming to my memory. Everything is just surfacing. Everything is about, you know, how I lived, how my patterns were, how Swati's patterns were, how she lived, how she, her karmic patterns, especially. Oh my God. I went and got stuck into the same karmic pattern again and again, again and again, again and again. How? I did not see the truth. It felt like everyone was awake. I was only the one who was sleeping. Have you felt that ever? That everyone is awake, everyone knows what they're doing. Somewhere inside them, they know what they're doing. Somewhere inside them, they just know who they are. Somewhere inside them, they understand everything and yet choose to close their eyes. Do you feel that sometimes? But I was dumb, I was naive. I thought, no, people don't understand. Let me tell them. No, people are maybe miserable. Let me try to help them. Let me try to help them see the truth. But no, I was dumb, I was stupid. People know everything. People are already awakened. People know things, but they choose to close their eyes. I close my eyes. Did I close my eyes? I don't know. But yeah, whatever it is, now life has brought me to a point where I cannot go back to sleep. I have to wake up. I can't do this any other way. So I was reminiscing my life for like so I was reminiscing my life for like 2 years of my life. I was reminiscing it. I was like on a deathbed. I was seeing, what Swati went through, what she went through, what patterns did she fall into again and again, everything. And it was just very naturally happening for me. Because yes, some few experiences were created for me by the universe. And thank you, universe. I wouldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Shiva. I wouldn't have done it without you. I couldn't have done it without you. I don't think so anybody can do it without you. Nobody can escape this matrix. Nobody can escape this Maya. Nobody can see through the illusions except, without you. We can't do it because you are the one who's attached. We are so entangled. It's so difficult to look through, to see through sometimes. So yeah, I fell into the same karmic trap again, 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 and again, again, and again. And I was really stupid to wake people up. I was stupid to wake people up. They are already awakened and they have chosen to close their eyes because that's what they want. I know I would look very stupid, but that's the whole point of saying crackhead. I want to look stupid. I want to tell the world that it's okay to look stupid. They don't have to be perfect. How they say you should not went out like to everyone, everything. I don't know what perceptions they have, like you like people have perception that we should not be emotionally vulnerable in front of others or something like this. I don't know. That's the whole point of saying crackhead. The whole point of saying crackhead is to look stupid, is to look vulnerable, because that's just okay. That's just okay. Yeah. So I was dumb. I was naive to save the world. They never need the saving. They never needed it. I accepted. I was dumb. People already know things. They just try to make excuses of how they do not know what they know inside. It was like I was sitting on deathbed for like these 2 years, and I was just reminiscing, reminiscing, reminiscing. And then one day, opening out 2025, and like boom, it's like I've gone through a death now. I've gone through a death now, a complete death. I have gone through a complete death. I have, I fucking have gone through a complete death. I cannot, I cannot see myself as Swati. I cannot see myself as Swati. I feel like I came here to live a life as Swati, and now one day that life will be over. It just feels like that. I don't know how stupid I'm looking, or I don't know what you're thinking about me. It's just fine. It's okay. I still want to do this. I know not everybody is gonna go get it, what I'm trying to tell here, but yeah, it just feels like that. Spiritual awakening is a death experience. And of course, it's not happening in those 2 years. No, it's not. It was happening to me every day since I started walking the path, since I begged the universe to tell me the truth. Because I never fit in. I never fit in. I tried to fit in so bad. I was so desperately trying to fit into the world that just never belonged to me. I was too good for these systems. I was just so well deserved. These systems could not give me, these relationships, they could not give me who I was. I was too well deserved. I was too worthy. I was trying to make myself small, putting myself into these systems, putting myself into society, culture, religion. I was so big, so big, so big. But they tried to tell me that I was less because I could not fit in. I was told I was less because I could not fit in. How dumb I have been. By the way, after spiritual awakening, you wanna say that to yourself almost every day. How dumb you have been, how dumb you have been. But at the same time, I do realize that dumb people like us only choose the part of truth. Smart people are not going to choose it because it's working for them. The matrix, the Maya, is working for them. Why will they choose the truth? People like us, who are dumb, who, yeah, people like us who can't be smart, they choose the path of truth. They choose the path of Shiva. That's why it is said the innocent one will always, the innocents always stay near Shiva. It's always dumb people like us who would choose the path of truth. and we would be called more dumb and more dumb by the society for choosing the path of truth, especially women, for sure. You know how Mira was, put pebbles on and everything while she was walking a spiritual path. Chalo, Mira ko chhaddo. I mean, let's just take a random, normal woman, like, okay, who's just trying to do different than society. I was also told a lot many times by my peers only. Forget cultures and society. By my peers itself, I've been told a lot of things, for walking the path that I walked. So yeah, you go through a death. Spiritual awakening makes you go through a death.